Hello, welcome to my channel, PH Vet Son. The election is 6 days away for the President of the United States. I'm getting in late on the video making for this, but I felt compelled that I must do this as an American. Who I am, not really all that important. Let me give you a little bit of a background here. I'm the son of a World War II Purple Heart veteran, hence the channel name PH Vet Son, Purple Heart Veteran's son. I was born here in the United States. That flag means a lot to me. My father lost his ankle in World War II, had to walk with a limp, have special shoes for his entire life. Now, once upon a time, many years ago, I was one of the instrumental founders of this, FreeUSAmericans. I will link the most important video in the description down below. It was supposed to be a movement holding the government accountable for their actions. I'm going to tell you now, if you're looking for short form content, you might as well just walk away right now. This is no fancy studio. This is not scripted. This is not paid for by anybody. This is me speaking my mind to you, the American people. So, as I said, welcome to my channel. Let's get started with, I don't like Donald Trump. I think he's arrogant. I think he's brash. I think he has done some things that are probably not the greatest things to do in the world. That being said, who among us has never done bad in their life? Human beings are human beings, and we all have flaws. If you think you're perfect, please go find utopia and live there. If you have a problem with this country, move to another one. We have a system in place for voting, and that voting should be more closely monitored and vetted. Now, let's get on to what I really want to talk about. We're going to go over a couple things here. The first thing we're going to go over is this. So here we have the United States Constitution, which is supposed to be the supreme law of the land, correct? That's what we were taught. Now, this is a PDF document of the Constitution. So let's bring it down a little bit. Let's scale it down, because I want you to see something here. Forgive me. It's been a rough day, but I must make this video. Now, there's been a lot of talk that Donald Trump is a threat to our democracy. I have a problem with this. I have a problem with the fact that Piers Morgan, Megyn Kelly, Dave Rubin, all the media, and all the YouTube channels that some of you follow are saying, our democracy, our democracy. The United States is not a democracy. As a child in school, I used to say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. But that thing got removed from schools because of the one nation under God line. I think there was more to it. I think they wanted to get away from the and to the republic for which it stands, as well as the one nation under God. Now, here's the Constitution. You can see it's a PDF document that I downloaded from the internet. Now, let's just look. I'm going to go up here into the search. Let's type in DEMO. No results. Well, let's try democracy. Democracy. No results. Let's try democratic. No results. The closest thing is I have to blow it up so I can see it better. Oh, it's picking up the DEM in misdemeanors. So now let's try REPU. Oh, look, we get a result right away. And that's not even the full word. Article 4. Section 4. Let's blow that up and see what it says. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion, and on application of the legislature or of the executive when legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. So in the United States Constitution, the word democracy, democratic, does not show up at all. The only word that does show up is the republican form of government. You can see it right there. So now, let's do away with the term democracy, our democracy, this threat to our democracy. We are not a democracy. This is going to lead me on to my next segment here. Some of you will probably have a hard time with this one. See, many years ago, I was part of a live stream website. And on that live stream website, there were some guys doing shows. This is way before Twitch. There were guys doing shows. And they were talking about many of the things that were wrong with the United States. How the government is pretty much run amok. So I was watching these shows and started thinking, you know, some of the stuff they're talking about sounds kind of interesting. So I started researching stuff on my own. Alright, so we have this issue of people using a certain term when anyone questions anything. Anyone that questions anything that goes against the so-called official narrative, they are given a certain term. Now, let's look at these terms. Let's start with this one first. Okay, theory. Let's look at the definition of a theory. Scientifically acceptable general principle or body of principles offered to explain phenomena. Now, definition 2 is really important. A belief, policy, or procedure proposed or followed as the basis of action. A belief. The word belief is not dead set. It's just something you believe in. There's no concrete. It's not a concrete word. It's a belief. Now let's look up another word, and I'm sure you're seeing where this is going by now. To conspire. Let's look at second definition. To act in harmony toward a common end. Now, if you don't think certain political parties are not acting in harmony toward a common end, then you're fooling yourself. Now, the last word, I'm sure you know what the last word is, right? Come on, you can guess. Leave it in the comments. The act of conspiring together. So that just means conspiring together is working together. To act in harmony toward a common end. The act of conspiring together. So it's people that have a belief in something, and they are working together toward a common end, a goal, to find something. So let us dispel with the term conspiracy theory or conspiracy theorist, because the words together have been perverted into something they're not really saying. Now you're going to call me a conspiracy theorist because of it. Go right ahead. I prefer critical thinker. Let's get back to this upcoming election. We have two candidates running for president. And from what I've seen, I have to choose one over the other. And while I don't like Donald Trump, I think he's the better guy for the job. Or shall I say the better person for the job.